change. Players who be pimping off with no brains. From watching it get shot from close range. The most strange, crazy mother won't change. Beat nuts forever die hard.
Yeah, it's Reach Around Radio. It's Monday. We back at you. It's the hottest show on the internet. It's your boy Speedy in the house. Shout out to all the beautiful ladies out there trying to get the groove on with me like this in the living room.
Oh, shoot.
I wanna tell you. I got it, Teeter.
I eat what you want me to, or I eat nothing at all.
Really?
I just want to eat what you want me to eat. I just
Y'all don't want to work on that? I just
yeah, exactly. Peter got
messing
it.
my song up.
If you want me to,
I'll do it.
What?
If you want me to, let's get to it.
What?
Is that macaroni ready? Chicken sauce, let's do it.
You said that
It was made
just...
by Swanson.
It's your boy Speedy in the house. Just want to say what's happening.
I'm the poetess.
Yes, you are.
it's your girl Claudia Jordan.
This would be TDP, Mr. 123 Knox. Baby.
And RT will return when he
White
returns.
boy.
Your return. And you're single, right, Claudia? You're single, right? Got a great book for you.
No comments. No comments.
Well, we have a special guest in the house.
How special?
His name is Pastor Shig.
Oh, Pastor.
Or Dr. Shig. He's
Oh,
the
what
author.
the motherfucker is now?
Damn.
Peter, be on your best behavior. We have a
Who?
pastor in the house.
Thanks for coming, man. I
Dr.
appreciate it.
Shig, he's the author of Some
Like
Things.
Shig Night?
Shig.
Not as treacherous.
Okay, my bad.
Some things you need to know about marriage before you have a wedding and after too.
Yeah, don't do it.
So don't get none before you get married?
Pastor Shig, welcome
man.
to Reach Around Radio.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mr.
you,
Porter.
brother.
That's the shit.
Good to see you again.
Thank
Nice to be seen.
I like this book. It's only 3 pages.
That's not the book. That's the advertisement for the book.
Oh, these are highlights.
I was like, who put this out?
These are highlights of
Just
the
the
book.
book.
That's the book.
Right.
Dr. Shig, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Pastor
I
Shig
can't take my wife to Hawaii on that.
you. Yeah.
How long you been married?
30 years last week.
What?
Wow.
Congratulations.
30 years?
Congratulations.
30
How long
years
had you
married.
guys known each other before you got married?
A year.
Good for you.
You ain't never fucked around on her?
Never.
Wow.
Get tired of her? Never want to choke
Never
her out?
had sex with her until I got married.
Wow.
So she's been the only woman he's ever been with his adult life.
Wow.
My whole life.
Your whole
She
life.
took your virginity?
Yeah.
She
Didn't
keep
take it. I gave it to her.
You gave it to her?
Here you go, baby. Don't mess it up, please.
Wow.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I respect
How many
you now.
kids?
I have 1 son and 3 granddaughters.
Wow.
Apparently your son didn't read the book.
It wasn't written yet.
I was too busy fucking.
Teeter.
Wow, look at you. How old were you when you got married?
I was 23 and stupid.
Oh, so why
Do
do
you-
you say stupid? Do you regret getting married so young?
I don't regret it, but
You wish you would have sampled more hoes first?
no, because I hadn't sampled anybody until I got married.
See, wow.
No,
around
just
radio.
some of the. I wasn't as mature as I needed to be, and at 23, I didn't have any rights being
Being
anybody's
silent.
father or mother or husband or anybody. But learn things over the years.
So you went from jacking off to the altar.
I went from cold showers and praying to the altar.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard the show before?
I heard
You heard it
last
now.
Okay.
I heard
POTUS,
it last
you
week.
warned them, POTUS? We all need Jesus.
Week. Yeah, I had
What was that?
just had a prayer meeting and some oil before I got here.
Baby oil.
I noticed the oil on the door, right?
yeah.
Well, tell us.
I didn't have the right kind, so I just got some 30 weight.
How long before you had sex
30
with your
weight.
wife?
Hysterical.
How long did you know before you had sex with her?
A year. I didn't have sex with her till the day I got married.
Wow. And what was that like the first time you had sex with her? Is that how long it lasted?
No, that's how good it was.
Okay.
It was amazing. Like you feel like you exploded.
Yeah, anyway.
A good choice of words.
Claudia Jordan.
Oh
Interview with him.
God.
Now, here's
Be
a
the
real
last
question. Now,
one.
is your wife involved in the church as well?
Yes. I'm not
it's-
pastoring a church at this moment. I used to pastor. I'm working with my uncle and another friend of mine. But yes, she was.
Got suspended.
No, I got dismissed.
Oh wow.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay.
I wanted to do what God said, and they wanted me to do what they said, so we had to leave.
Now, what were they doing that you didn't agree with in the church?
You got a little freaky look about you.
It was
You
just-
really do.
Unique.
Don't
I
he?
would use that word.
His
Unique.
eyes. Look at his eyes.
I will.
I would use the word unique.
Their
Different,
practices?
special. Just some of the practices or the where the authority lied and different things of that nature.
Okay.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
but,
Okay, we're here to talk about his book.
Yeah, I know. But
This is
so, do
part
you
of
want
the
to start your own church? Is that what you want to do?
Well, I did that already. I'm right now, whatever direction the Lord leads me. Right now, I'm writing, doing some teaching, workshops, and things of that nature.
And mostly having to do with marriage.
The marriage and leadership.
What do you feel about like marriage now? It seems like a lot of people are turned off by it, and like the divorce rate is
Don't
really
work.
high. And what do you feel about it? What are your feelings on it? Because you clearly have a successful marriage to be together so long.
Well, from my perspective, I think marriage is great. Marriage is the second best decision I ever made in my life. And so I think it's beautiful. The reason why there are a lot of divorces, I believe, because a lot of times people go into it and they're not prepared for it. There's a chapter in the book called "Are You Prepared or Are You Just Ready?" And a lot of times people, they will spend months planning a wedding that lasts 2 hours but won't prepare for a relationship that they want to last 50 years.
Now, with that in mind, don't you feel like I always feel like if I meet somebody, there's no way I can look at this person 6 months later and say I want to marry them without fully knowing everything about them. And sometimes it takes more than a year.
Well, it does. It takes sometimes it takes more than a year, and then depending on the two people, and that's part of the focus of the book is to give people tools for evaluation and some principles to help them make the evaluation. And after you do that, some people don't need to be married, and then some people don't need to be married right now, and then some people don't need to be married to him
Or her.
or her.
You've been married 30 years. What would you say is the key to the success of your marriage?
Prayer, persistence, and the fact that my wife and I are partners. Partnership. And so that's the key. Because
Have you been close to divorce before?
divorce? No. Homicide? Maybe, but never.
What do you think as a man? What's the biggest benefit to a man being married? Like, what do you feel like you get the most out of being married?
Well, for me, I have someone that really, really has my back as opposed to trying to stab me in the back. And so I have a real partner. And you have someone that, when you have a partner, you have someone that understands you, that have someone that pushes you and that, that encourages you. So, and you have to have the right person for that. And sometimes it's like playing dominoes or bid whist. Some people want to play partners and others want to play cutthroat. So you need to have somebody that has partnership proclivities as opposed to cutthroat characteristics.
But how long did it take you to find that out about your wife?
30 years, no. Well, the basics I found out in that year.
Gotcha.
But as you grow, you become different people, and by different I mean mature, and so some other things come out. But in terms of the things that really made the difference, the foundation, it's a year.
So reading your book and doing what it says could help me make my marriage better if when I get married, or help me pick the right person for that marriage.
All of those. It'll help you pick the right person. It'll help you have some practical evaluations to say, am I ready to be a real husband? Is she ready to be a real wife? And then am I ready to be the type of husband that she needs?
So, Dr. Shea, that's what you found out in the first year of being with her, that you was ready to make that commitment for life with this woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, the foundations I found out in the year, and because of the principles, the book that I used to run my life, we had to make sure that our principles ran together, ran parallel in terms of foundation, things that made a difference. But it took time to learn one another in terms of different idiosyncrasies.
So it's like breaking a horse down. You got to commit to. Right.
And you have certain principles that, okay, this is what we do when this happens. And if you have, it's the same thing with, this radio station. There's certain things that when we come in, we're going to start at this time. And
well, some of us don't know that.
Well, I just got here, so I'm not going to say nothing about Miss Lady. So I just got
how you know it was a lady?
Because I heard you talking and I saw
Your
Well,
hands.
Dr. Shig, tell us some of the key points in your book that you really want people that are planning to get married to get, and also what they can do to keep their marriage strong.
Well, one of the key things, as I mentioned earlier, was partnership. The first chapter of the book talks about some partnership principles and principles of partnership. The main thing is having a mentality of we instead of me. and then the partnership prizes. And one of the biggest, most significant points is that marriage is work. Part of the research for the book, I took a survey of people who had already been married anywhere from 2 to 22 years, and I asked them what are some things they wish they knew before they got married. And 95% of the people said, I wish someone told me that it took so much work.
Wow.
So letting the people know
Is
that
it work in knowing that person, or just work in saying, "Ah, God,
It's working
home.
trying to be faithful, not being tempted.
all
not
of that,
being-
not yielding to the temptation, because you're going to be tempted. You walk down the street, you're going to be tempted.
Pretty much.
So not yielding to it, but the work in growing, the work in working on yourself so I can be what she needs me to be, working with the person while they're growing, while they're maturing. And so knowing that it's going to, it's going to take work, doing things that you really don't particularly like to do, but it's going to benefit us.
both of y'all." So both of the couples should read the book, not just one person.
Right, both of them, because it's going to take, take two.
How important? Go ahead.
Do you feel like you have an advantage over other people that maybe have dated like a lot of people, as because you've dated that
Why
one?
are you bringing me in this?
No, I'm saying because if you've been with only one person, like I think you have less of a feeling of I'm missing out because I remember how this other girl felt, like and what this other chick did. Like you have one person that you've been with. Do you feel like it makes it a little bit easier or harder?
That's difficult to say. It makes it different because most of the guys I hang out with, people I talk to, they don't have that story. So it's kind of makes it difficult sometimes to relate to other people. But I think for me, it's beneficial because I don't have some of the baggage that other people have. There's a section in the end of the book making reference to when people have baggage and the other guy cheated, so every time Reggie walks out the door I think he's cheating.
Right.
The other girl was this, so every time she walks out the door, and so just have to do in the words of Teddy Pendergrass, Rediker, love TKO, I think you better let it go and just get over it.
Right.
And so that's one of the, for lack of a better term, I'll say negative things that comes with all the different relationships. And then the spiritual or psychological part, there's a chemical called oxytocin, and it's released when you have intercourse. And it's the same chemical.
Yeah, it feels real good.
Not that chemical.
Okay, cool.
Is that
fluid.
smell when a woman gets hot? Is that what you're talking about?
Pheromones.
No,
That's pheromones.
That's a different one.
Oh,
but what
okay.
it does, it's the same chemical that's released when women are breastfeeding. So it makes a certain connection. And so that's why sometimes when, a lady is with a guy that's really no good and she just says, I can't let him go, it's something, chemical, and it reacts different with men and than it does with women. And so when you have had, several people in your history, there can be some problems with that. I've got to get over this one. I've got to get over this one. I've got to get over this one.
So it's like
I
a
don't have-
drug, essentially.
Well, it actually, it is.
Hormones, and then a woman releases a hormone like that men don't when we have sex, that we want to bond with you.
that's what
That's
it
the
is.
oxytocin.
Bonding
That's,
is super.
Turn your headphones up.
that's the oxytocin. And I don't have, those issues. And then, there are all the other things that could come with it. Somebody knocking on your door saying, I think you're my daddy. I don't have them causing problems.
My mom used to say that
Speedy
every
guy.
person that you sleep with, you become like them.
Well,
Or
there's-
you take on some of their stuff.
Yeah, there's a thing called soul ties, and you get connected with people sometimes when you do that. And so if you've got to break away from this person, you've got to deal with all those different things. That can be a problem. And then again, as I said, you have issues from when you were with, Reggie, when you were with Tyrone, when you were with whoever. You've got all those issues, and then you finally meet the right person. You got issues from when you were with, Shaniqua and all them other people, but you finally meet the right one, but that baggage is still there. And you find out that you're dealing with that and you're reacting with that. Talk about that in reference to myself. My wife was married at an early age before.
Okay.
And the person she married wasn't a very nice guy. And, he hit her sometimes.
What's wrong with that?
He's
You'll
joking.
find out when you do that.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
joking.
Yeah. But,
All
and so when we would have, after, she was married and he died, and, it was 10 years between that time and we got married. And then when we'd have discussion, or as my friend would say, intense fellowship, arguments, disagreements, she would react as if I was going to hit her.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
because of
She was
the history.
pre-programmed.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then that would get me upset because, I'm not going to hit you.
Yeah.
So we'd have another argument about her thinking I'm going to hit her and forget about what we were really arguing about in the first place. But it's because of the baggage. And so
Okay.
you have
I
to
dated a
deal with
woman
it.
like that before.
Yeah.
So tell us where interested couples or people can pick your book
That
up.
need this
Is
help.
there a site or
Yeah, you can go to authorhouse.com, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, all those places.
And it's available
It's
now?
available now. You can get an ebook or the soft cover book. And another thing, we talk about the fact that, changes come in relationships. And you have to be prepared. That's part of the preparation, being prepared for those changes. As you know, Porter, 6 years ago, my wife had a massive stroke.
Okay.
And in that time, because of that, I had to do everything. I had to change her clothes. I had to bathe
for
her.
better or for worse?
For
right?
better, for worse, rich or
Yeah.
poor, sickness and health. I had to, change her clothes, bathe her, and that was somewhat fun. But I had to.
Told he's a freak. I told you I spot freaks.
I had to do all those things. And my wife has always been an independent person. And so the changes that took place, now I have to do all these things. Some marriages can't survive that. And then dealing with the two issues, in my experience, the two issues that cause most of the problems in relationships, and we talk about it in the
Money.
book, money and communication. Communication, money, communication about money, communication because you spend all the money, whatever the case may be.
Right.
All of those things, and those are the two issues that cause most of the problems. So we deal with
I know
that also.
we got to get you out because she kicked me 3 times.
Yeah, we got to wrap.
But I just wanted to ask you this, and you said about changing. Most of the time, being single, you become set in your ways.
Right.
Pretty much. So when you meet somebody and you start having to give up those certain things that you love to do before you met that person, how do you really just say, because you're not going to cold turkey go one day, all right, I ain't going to play no ball today. I'm going to go with you and your girlfriends to the mall.
I don't go to the mall. No, but that's part of the partnership. We've got to understand that, you have things that you like to do and things that I like to do. So we find a compromise. Okay, I'm not going to play ball 4 days a week. I'll just play 2.
Okay.
And so, because that benefits everybody. It's a win-win. As Stephen Covey would say, it's a win-win situation. So
All right,
you
so
look for those.
tell them how to get the book again.
Authorhouse.com, Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and you can request it at your favorite bookstore. But you can get those. You can get those ways.
We do have a
from
couple
everybody.
calls. Maybe they have some questions.
So bringing baggage to a new relationship, is that a sign of immaturity?
Well, no, it's a sign of normalcy because everybody that's been in a previous relationship is going to have some baggage, some issues.
Okay.
And so, but you just have to know how to use them and deal with them in the new relationship.
Okay, let's
Dr.
call-
Shub.
Carla, what's your name
questions
and where you
from
calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, this is G Center.
Hey, G Santa.
You got a question for the doctor?
Yeah, I want to know how can we get some Jordan? Because you see, I got Spike Lee up in here.
What?
How can you get what?
Some Jordans because I see I got Spike Lee up in here.
Oh, you talking about me?
No, he talking about. Anyway, next call.
Carla, what's your name and where you calling from?
If you don't have a question for the doctor, call back.
What's your name? Come on, get those kids
Anyway.
under control. Carla, what's your name and where you calling
That
from?
was
That's it. Dr. Shig, thank you for coming by.
Appreciate it,
I
man.
Hanging
appreciate
with
you
us.
all. For
I'm definitely
giving
going to
me
read this for
opportunity.
real.
Yeah.
I like the fact, just your maturity, and a lot of brothers need to hear this. A lot of men need to hear this. You seem very patient, and you have the experience. 30 years.
Well, you learn some things in 30 years, and I'm 53 years old, so I learned some things after,
Congratulations.
growing up.
Wow,
So-
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a Facebook, Twitter, or anything people can follow you?
We have a
Iron.
Facebook, Dwayne Chig Facebook, also Things to Know About Marriage on Facebook, and,
Dwayne Shig, and that's SHIGG.
and also Things to Know About Marriage. I have, 2 Facebook pages. And so
Okay.
workshops, seminars, we do all those things.
Cool.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for
You
coming
ready
by.
to get married?
Thank
It's
you.
Reach Around Radio. We're going to take a quick break, and
Be
we'll
right
be
back,
right
trust me.
back.
No one's going to love you.